Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more, and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell fast to our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
Yep, we're ready to rock and roll. The Goodhue Wildcats out of Section 1AA, the number one seed in the Class 2A portion of the Boys State High School basketball tournament, is about to take the hardwood against the defending state champions from Albany, the Huskies. We're going to have a sea of purple. Well, there is a sea of purple right now here in the maroon and gold-clad Williams Arena, because Albany is purple in school colors. Goodhue is purple in school colors. The bands are decked out in purple. I'm seeing purple all over the place. As the Albany Huskies are coming to the bench. And the Goodhue Wildcats are going to their bench. They will be introduced to the crowd here at Williams Arena. Goodhue is behind me, the Goodhue fans. The Albany fans are across the floor. We are across from the scorer's table here along press row, below the raised floor here at the barn, as the gentlemen are lining up right now. Our broadcasts are a service of the Goodhue County SWCD, the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers. Also by Vesa Spring Garden Insurance out of Cannon Falls. By the News Record in Zumbrota. Boy, they cover Goodhue, and they cover the Zumbrota Mazeppa and the Pine Island and the Kenyon Wanamingo school districts like nobody else. Hamilton Mering Auction out of Kenyon is another fine sponsor, bringing you our Goodhue broadcast. They're on the Northfield game, which will be on Power 96. Their third place game tomorrow. Yours truly will be on Power 96 with that from St. Paul. Stearns Heating and Cooling out of Red Wing. Pine Island Lumber will be bringing you our halftime report here in this game. Other tournament sponsors include the Goodhue County ADA, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service out of Owatonna. By J. Moles Bowl in Faribault, where you always strike a great meal. H&R Block with offices in Owatonna, in Faribault, and in Lakeville. At H&R Block, they know taxes. Taji Jewelry in downtown Kenyon. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond. The Huskies 25-6 on the season. The number 5 seed in this tournament, the number 6 QRF. Goodhue is the number 1 seed in the tournament. The coaches in the tournament seed the tournament. And they are a 3 QRF. Goodhue 30-1 on the season. Albany again 25-6. The only, and I mean the only team that has defeated Goodhue this season has been Winona Cotter. That was, well, right after the holiday break, or right before the holiday break, somewhere around Christmas. Meanwhile, the 6 losses for Albany have been to Montevideo on the 26th of December. They were 7-0 when they faced them. They lost by 2 to Pequot Lakes, who's in this tournament, on January 9th. They lost to Pequot Lakes again on February 13th by 3 points. They lost to Minnehaha Academy, who's in this tournament, by 10 points. On the 12th of February, they lost to Sauk Center, a very good team, by 4. And they lost to a very good Morris area Chicago, Alberta team on the 2nd of February. So all quality opponents that they fell to during the course of the season. They're a proud bunch, of course, Albany. They're the defending state champions. Coming into this game, Albany's averaging on the season. They're averaging 71.5 points, giving up 53 points. They have won 9 straight games. They placed second in the Granite Ridge Conference. Goodhue Wildcats are averaging 83 a game, most in Class 2A. They give up 65 per game. They have won 23 straight games on the season. We'll have more from the barn. Your starting lineups, I'm guessing, right after this.
Make it personal, make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
Pine Island Lumber is the place to go for the latest in Trex composite decking. Trex Transcend Deckings uses 95% recycled plastic film and reclaimed sawdust and is backed by a 50-year limited residential fade and stain warranty. It's fade, stain, scratch, and mold resistant. Trex Transcend maintains its vibrant color and luxurious finish through scorching sun or red wine spill, thanks to its unyielding shell protection, not to mention its simple soap and water cleanup. You'll never have to step foot in the stain aisle again. Get the details at pineislandlumber.com.
Well, they're introducing the cameramans walking in front of the Goodhue lads who are getting their faces on the television here. This is why we're starting late. 6 o'clock is the time that they say it starts, and actually the broadcast on the television starts at 6. We probably won't tip off for at least another 5, maybe even 10 minutes. They do go rather fast with the introductions, and I frankly think that they should introduce all the players every single game. I mean, the guys that work in practice deserve as much attention as the starters do. They all work for it. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out here. Goodhue, as I said, the number 1 seed, the coaches in the tournament, seed the tournament. The officials are stepping forward and being introduced to the crowd here at Williams Arena. Excellent crowd on hand, as you would expect. Albany, the defending state champs. Lower level across the floor for me is pretty packed, and I don't know if anybody is left in Goodhue. But behind me, they really follow their teams. Of course, they were in the Prep Bowl last fall. The Goodhue Wildcats. Albany has a history, a great football tradition history as well. So physicality is not going to be an issue. Both these teams, I think, enjoy that aspect of the game of basketball, the physicality. As I think they're getting ready for the national anthem, we'll come back and have your starting lineups in just a moment.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I got to find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
At J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault, you always strike a great meal, and now's the time to get your team signed up for sand volleyball. Whether you're a serious competitor just out for laughs and exercise, J-Mo's has 6 quality sand courts ready for every skill level. The deadline to register is April 16th, with games starting the week of April 27th and running through mid-August. Ages 16 and under need permission. And don't forget the food. Fall off the bone, delicious ribs, juicy burgers, pasta, spectacular homemade pizza. All are welcome at J-Mo's Bowl, 1802 4th Street, Northwest Faribault. Get the details at jmosbowl.com. When you're ready to file your taxes, your neighborhood H&R Block is here to provide the expertise and care you deserve in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. Just walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your maximum refund guarantee. So file with confidence, knowing your local tax experts are here when and where you need them at H&R Block, Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantee. Hamilton Mering Auction Group is the Upper Midwest auction leader, specializing in agricultural auctions for farmland and machinery, residential real estate, antiques, vintage collectible items, and more. Hamilton and Mering Auction Services have combined their over a century of auction experience to become the premier auction leader in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Discover the Hamilton Mering Auction difference, where quality meets opportunity and every auction tells a story. Check the auction calendar anytime at hmauction.com.
Boy, that's for sure. As we're ready for the tip-off, the purple clad with black numerals, it says Goodhue emblazoned across their chests. The Wildcats, the Goodhue's in white, and the Albany Huskies have purple trim on their primary white uniforms. Albany is scripted across their chests. Goodhue going left to right, Albany right to left on your radio dial to start this game. They're doing, I call it the Duke bunny hop across the way behind the Albany bench, the student body, and the tap is a horrible throw-up, and Albany wins tap. Of course, Goodhue always gives up the tap anyway, so I don't think they're too upset. Pass goes inside the paint, trying to bully his way in there. They get it on the right wing. Great pass underneath. Outstanding pass. Jake Buttweiler scores. A bunny right out of the gate by Albany, and they're up 2-0 on the Taji Jewelry scoreboard. Russian scoops it to Los, goes up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Albany. Pass ahead by Jake Austin. Gets it on the left wing to Reuter. Now they get it back out front, swing it all the way around. We've got Jackson Austin, a junior. We got seniors, Braden Justin and Ashton Olson, and senior Barry Reuter and Jake Buttweiler, the senior who just scored for Albany. Shot clock's at 10. Albany's got the early lead. Here's a triple, left side. It's no good. High in the air. Luke Russian grabs the rebound. He'll bounce it over to Owen Russian. Owen, top of the key, dribbles to his left across the M logo. It says the Barn in gold on each sideline. Maroon on the sidelines and end line. Russians forced into a fadeaway. Great defense that time by Albany. And here comes the Huskies up the floor. It's going to be a transition free, but he walked. The Huskies shuffle the feet. Halftime, we'll have our Pine Island Lumber halftime report. They are proud to bring you Goodhue Wildcat Boys State Tournament Basketball, our 78th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage. We start out with a matchup zone with matching area teams the first couple of days, and we jump into our full-court pressure with all semifinals. Here's a three. Bang! Alex Los. He's been super hot from Treyland, and the Wildcats have a 3-2 lead with 16 minutes to go in the first half. This is not going to be a game for the faint of heart. These teams are physical. On the block. Going one way, then the other. Great defense by Ryan. Here's a triple, and it's bang! The bomb is hit by Jacob Austin. The answer three for Albany. 5-3 Huskies. Owen Russian jogged the ball up between the legs. Dribbles to his right. Gets a high screen. Didn't really use it. Now they get it in the left corner to Russian. Got to keep my Russian straight. As Los dribbles to his life, he'll hand it off. Michael Russian on the right side. They get it to Ryan. Ryan backs down with another turnaround jumper. It's no good. Albany's really playing great defense, forcing them into these fadeaways so far. When they try to attack, here's a shot by Owen Russian. It's no good. Rebound's going to be yanked down by Austin. And again, Goodhue needs to get back to attacking the basket as the pass comes out front. And of course, Goodhue played at the Target Center on Tuesday. again, pulling his way to the basket, or trying to, was Jake Buttweiler. He loses the ball trying to go in, and he claimed that Ryan was pushing him around. But I tell you, this guy is got a little thickness to him. Ryan did a nice job defensively, hang with him. Owen Russian dribbles to his right, back dribbles, gets it back out front. Now they're going to get it to Luke Russian in the lane. He scores. Luke Russian, so fun to watch. Going to play at Southwest State University. Is looking to dribble, penetrate, going right to the basket and scoring. Is Ashton Olsen, the 6'3 senior. He had 14 the other day. Luke Russian, by the way, had 17. Alex Lose had 20 in the quarterfinal round. Lose with the basketball, dribbles to his right, gets in attack mode, misses the 5-footer, tries to get the rebound. His teammate gets it, puts it up and in. Owen Russian. He is a tough little guy, 5'11 junior for the Goodhue Wildcats. Does all the little things. He led them steals on the quarterfinal round. Here's a 15-footer. It's no good. A brick. Rebound taken on by Russian. Michael gets it ahead to Owen Russian. Owen Russian, left-handed between the legs, dribble. Now gets the ball back from Michael Russian. Now top of the key, it's Lose. Lose swings it to Michael Russian. Underneath, wide open layup. Good backdoor cut. Owen Russian scores. He's got 4 already. And on the Tanti-Churi Downtown Kenyon scoreboard, it's 9-7. Goodhue. Pass in the left corner, almost thrown away. A couple of right-handed dribbles, little jump stop, bounce pass underneath. Layup is good. By Buttweiler, his second hoop. And it's 9 apiece. We're going to have a good one here, I think. Owen Russian passes the ball over to Cody Ryan. Underneath the basket, they go with it again to Owen Russian. There's that fadeaway, and he missed it. And trying to save it is Michael Russian from out of bounds. And I think they're going to call a foul here. Yes, they are. They're going to call a foul on Albany's Reuter, his first. So Reuter gets called for the foul. I'm going to try to bring up my stat sheet here. In the early going. And now I got it. Here's a fadeaway by Luke Russian. No good. And it went out of bounds, so it belonged to Albany. We're tied at 9 with 12:57 to go in the first half. Tugging his shirt is Coach Matt Halverson of the Goodhue Wildcats. Albany with the basketball. And the Keith, you can tell they're fundamental. Well, they're state champs, defending state champs, so they're going to be fundamentally sound. Dribbling to his left, getting around the defender Russian and scoring was Jackson Austin. He's got 5. He had 18 in the quarterfinals. It's 11-9. I'm sure Coach Halverson thought that one was too easy. Step back, Russian again. The fadeaway, no good. Rebound taken down. I like it better when Luke attacks the basket. He can hit those threes, but not with the fadeaways. They're so tough. Pass goes on the block. A couple of dribbles inside the paint. They get it back top of the key. Faking right, going left. They've got constant movement. Here's another layup. It's missed. Rebound taken down. Put back up. It's no good. And we're going to have a foul on Goodhue. Both these teams trying to make it tough to get the ball inside. Foul's called on Luke Russian, his first. Free throws missed badly. By Griffin Lang, our first substitute of the game. No substitute for the quality of service you get at Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services out of Owatonna. Missed the second one. Was the first free throw shot in this game. Albany already gets the rebound. As the pass goes on the left wing to get it on the block. Looking to bully his way to the basket. Shots up off glass and he scores. Buttweiler's already got 6 points. He had 7 the entire game in the quarterfinals. Michael Russian dribbles to his right. Gets it back out front. Russian, Owen thought about a three, decides to dribble, penetrate, back dribbles. Again, they're trying to force him into a fadeaway. Handoff goes to Owen Russian. That's just great defense on the left wing, faking left, going right. Here's another shot by Russian that's no good from long range. And here comes Albany. They throw it all the way down the court. Pass in the corner, driving baseline under the basket, missing it badly was Albany. Rose gets the rebound, hands it off to Owen Russian. Looks to coach Matt Halverson. His team down by 4. Owen Russian passes it out front to Michael Russian. So far they've been forced outside of the Goodhue Wildcats. That's where Albany wants them to take their shots. Not that they can't hit them, but your percentages probably are better if you can get closer. As Owen Russian almost lost the ball on the dribble. We got 10 seconds on the shot clock. He loses the ball. And another turnover. Goodhue turns the ball over. That's their first one, I do believe. So one for each team. Pass goes on the block. Buttweiler gets it in the corner for 3. It's bang! Ashton Olsen, the senior, hits the triple. Second triple. 1 triple so far for Goodhue. And the Wildcats are down by 7, 16-9 with 10:08 to go here in the first half on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond.
Northfield basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Stern Heating and Cooling. For reliable furnace repair, AC service, and complete system installs, trust the local team serving Red Wing and surrounding communities. Call Stern Heating and Cooling at 651-764-1236. Proud supporters of Northfield basketball. Stern Heating and Cooling. Not too hot, not too cold. Online at sternheatingandcooling.com.
Yep, they'll be with us tomorrow in the Northfield, a third place game against Richfield over at Gangelhoff Center on the campus of the Concordia in St. Paul. We'll get underway at high noon tomorrow on Power 96, 95.9 on your FM dial. Also on the Power 96 app. Of course, we're on the KDHL app here this evening. We want to tell your friends and neighbors and people all over the country, all over the world for that matter, can tune in. I'll never forget, it was many years ago, probably the mid-2000s, 5, 6, somewhere in there. The Goodhue Wildcats were in the state football playoffs, and I got a call the following day after they defeated, I think it was Jackson County Central in the playoffs many, many moons ago. Game was played at Southwest State University, and a soldier who's from Goodhue, stationed on the North Pole, gave me a call and said he was listening on the North Pole and he just wanted to thank me. And I said, thank all the sponsors over there in Goodhue for bringing it to you, right? They're the ones that make it happen. Pine Island Lumber will bring you our halftime report. Hamilton Mering Auction, there are more than 3 reasons to go there in Kenyon for your next auction as Lotz gets ready to inbound the ball. Down by 7, here is Goodhue to the defending state champs from Albany. As Owen Russian jogs the ball up, passes it on the right side to Los. Los gets it to Russian. There he goes, the basket, scores. None of those fadeaways there. He took it right to the rack. He's got 4 points. That is what I want to see from Goodhue. High percentage shots. This is an excellent team. Of course, everybody up here is excellent when you get to state. Here's a 10-footer moving sideways. Braden Justin scores. That's not easy to do. It's 18-11. Goodhue the other day ratcheted up the defense big time. It looks like they have to do that here today. Pass goes to Russian. Russian wants to get to the basket, gets it in the corner. Dribbling to his left is Cody Ryan. He'll dump it back to Russian. Russian is a senior. Owen Russian is a junior, and the shot's up, no good by Russian. I think he didn't react like he was fouled, but it almost looked like he was fouled. It's coming up before is Albany. Between the legs dribbles to his right, scoops it in the right corner. Albany gets the ball back out front. Neat thing is they don't over dribble. Here's a shot from 10. It's no good. Rimmed off. Rebound put back up by Buttweiler and in. Somebody's got to get a body on that young man. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't Buttweiler. It was Lang. Lang, 6'5" senior. He's got similar body type of Buttweiler. And remember, Goodhue is in the Prep Bowl in football, so they should be able to handle physicality. Owen Russian runs to his right, tries to kiss it off window, and he'll go to the free throw line. As he gets fouled by Braden Justin, his first. So Owen Russian heads to the charity stripe in the quarterfinals. He had 6 points, 2 rebounds. He had 3 assists, and he had 5 steals to lead the team. He misses the free throw. Goodhue's down by 9 with 8.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Luke Russian talking to Alex Lose and Cody Ryan at midcourt. The maroon M and gold logo, as Russian will shoot it left to right on your radio. Now goes Goodhue as he hits the free throw. He has got 5 points to lead the team right now. Owen Russian jogging the ball up, and a foul's going to be called on Owen Russian for reaching in, trying to poke the ball away. And the young man bringing the ball up, and that was Reuter. So inbounding the ball will be Justin. Looks to his coach. This is a 5 seed in the tournament, the defending state champs. Pass goes on the block. They've got some big boys, and another big boy just scored under the basket. Nicholas Van Heel, a 6'4" sophomore. Handoff goes to Lose for 3. It's going to come up air. It'll belong to Albany. 22-12, a 10-point lead for the Huskies. .62% shooting for Albany. They are shooting right at the basket. And as I said, when I saw them warming up the other day, the win, this is a very physical team. It's going to be hard to stop. And I know Goodhue's very good defensively and don't mind physicality at all, but still, strength is strength. Nice crossovers. Oh, what a great scoop pass and a block from behind, but a foul on Russian, I think. Owen. Yeah, you usually get a call of a foul when you block from behind. That'll be his second foul. On the drive that time for Albany was Olsen, and it was a great scoop pass. There's 3 dribbles and the free throw is good by Buttweiler, who's already got 7 points, and he had that many in the entire quarterfinal round game in Albany's victory. They blew away their opponent just like Goodhue blew away theirs as he missed the second one. Luke Russian was looking to his coaches as he dribbled the ball before they lob it in to Russian, who was posting up. Russian will step back 3. Hits it. Luke Russian hits the 3. There are more than 3 reasons to contact Hamilton Marion for your next auction. 23-15. Now you need to ratchet up the defense of the Wildcats. Here's a long triple, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by Cody Ryan. Triple was taken by Austin rather. Dribbling Luke Russian in attack mode. He had an open 10-footer, didn't take it. Ryan takes a 3 from the top of the key. Bang! Another bomb. And it's 23-18, just that quick. That's what the 3-point shot can do for you. More than 3 reasons to contact Marion Auction for your next auction. Dribbling in the paint, shots up, little dipsy doodle moves, no good. Rebound taken down by Cody Ryan. He'll hand it off to Luke Russian. Luke will bring it across the M and gold logo. Passes it left side to Ryan. Ryan, every time I see him, looks better. He looks to shoot the ball, and he's going to be fouled, I think, by Buttweiler. And so Ryan will go to the free throw line. Cody's a 6'5" sophomore, and I mean, this guy, I love his demeanor. Nothing seems to get to him. In fact, virtually all these Goodhue guys are so cool, calm, and collected. I guess I would say that Lose is probably the most emotional guy. You know, he hit a 3. get excited about it. Not that they all don't, but as Ryan hits both free throws. He's got 4 points, and it's 23-20. They were down by 10 a blink ago, and now they're down by 3. Albany dribbling to their right. Pass comes way out front. They get the ball to Austin, the junior. He gets it on the block. Now back top of the key. They swing it right side. There's an open three. It's in and out, no good. Rebounds in the corner. Albany got the board again. Goodhue's got to do a better job on the glass. We'll get that number for you in a moment. He's dribbling to his left and then over dribbling. You don't see that much from Albany, and he turns it over. So Goodhue will get the ball with a chance to tie it with a three-point play and a chance to come within one. What a comeback by the Wildcats. Well, you knew the Wildcats would claw back, right? At the conclusion of our game, we'll select our Goodhue County ADA players of the game for each team. Goodhue County ADA reminds us to unleash dairy's potential with the power of protein. Tonight, we've got that great feature. I love it. The Points in the Paint feature, courtesy of J. Mo's Bowl, Faribault. At J. Mo's, you always strike a great meal. Get signed up for volleyball leagues. I know they'd love to see some people come down from Goodhue. They'd love to see some people come down from the South Metro, from all over the region. They're going to have co-ed teams, men's teams, women's. Well, it depends on how many teams you get signed up. But they want to have co-ed, men's, women's, young people under 16. You need to get permission. They have 6 awesome sand volleyball courts. So get signed up, and I'm telling you, the food, there is nothing better than a rib dinner from J. Mo's Bowl in Faribault, where you always strike
when
a
it
great
comes to
meal.
protecting what matters most, the Goodhue Soil and Water Conservation District doesn't sit on the sidelines. They're proud to show up for Goodhue County Athletics as sponsors of all playoff games. From Goodhue to Cannon Falls, Kenyon, Wanamingo to Zumbrota, Mazeppa, they support the students, families, and communities that make this county strong. Teamwork doesn't just happen on the court. It happens in our fields, waterways, and across our communities. Good luck from Goodhue Soil and Water Conservation District, putting conservation into action.
Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone. We are in Minneapolis on the campus of the University of Minnesota. At Williams Arena. The Goodhue fans are making noise behind me. They were down by 10 a blink ago. They're within a three-pointer of tying this game. Yep, within a three-pointer of tying the game. It's Michael Russian. Has it on the right. Oh, they get it under. Oh, great back cut and a terrific block by Albany. Garrett Bolt came in the game for Goodhue, and he just had the ball swatted out of his hand. He looked like he had an open layup, and the guy just swatted it out of his hand. As dribbling to his right for the Albany is Olsen, gets it on the block. Budweiler with screen. Now they get back in the corner to Olsen. On the block again they go. Back out front, the ball's deflected, and they're going to chase it down in the other court. Goodhue says we didn't touch the ball. The official said they did. Here's a three, and it's good. Austin hits his second triple. 26-20, Albany. Luke Russian, left side, goes with it to Cody Ryan. Ryan to Los, to Michael Russian. Now under the basket, shots up, it's no good, but a foul is called. Another point-blank shot, though, missed by Goodhue. Alex Los will go to the free throw line. I think it's on Olsen, be his first. So Los is at the charity stripe, and he hits it. His second one is also good. Los has 5 points. Halftime, Pat on the Lumber will bring you a halftime report. Pass underneath is knocked away by Ryan, but he gets it back. There's the young man from Albany. And he is a big fella. Pass goes on the right wing. Couple of left-handed dribbles. Albany in the lane. Scoop pass underneath. It's knocked away, and it's going to belong to Goodhue. Albany has, in my ledger, their 4th turnover. We'll see what the official stats say. It says 3. As Owen Russian brings the ball up, looks to Coach Matt Halverson and his other coaches. Pass goes to Ryan on the left wing. Ryan out front to Russian. Russian going to dribble penetration mode off glass. He scoops it up and scores. I love it when Luke gets in attack mode. He's got 9 points. 4 minutes to go. First half, 26-24 Albany. Here's a layup. Again, good. Ashton Olsen, this team is in the J. Moles Bowl paint, just absolutely right now owning the J. Moles Bowl paint. Ryan gets it in the corner. Russian gets it on the block to Luke Russian. He has it knocked away from behind, and he ends up with a little hook shot under the basket. Luke has 11 points already. One of the top scorers in the state, along with his teammate Los, both over 20 points a game during the season. Here's a 3, right side, bang! So another 3-point basket is made, and here's a steal. Going back the other way, it's knocked away from behind by Cody Ryan. He was smart. He didn't reach around the front. He reached around the back to knock it away. So that ended that fast break. It was Austin who was coming up the floor. Just the second turnover by Goodhue. Points in the J. Moles Bowl paint are 16-10 in favor of Albany. As Justin passes it on the left wing to Olsen. He's the senior. Justin also a senior. They get it back out top. Justin has a little taken right out of his hands by Owen Russian. Man, he's got quick hands. Owen comes back the other way, left to right. Little stutter step move. Pass it out front. Lows for 3, and it's rimmed out. Rebounds back tapped, and it's going to go out of bounds off Goodhue. When it just rimmed out off the top of the key. Down by 5 is Goodhue. They had cut it to 3 after being down by 10. As jogging the ball up right to left on your radio dial, it's Reuter. Gets it, free throw line extended, wide open layup. I mean, you could not be more open than Olsen was. He's got 9. 2:27 to go. Breakdown defensively there. I don't know who's supposed to be guarding him. Pass goes underneath. Los does a dribble right under the basket. He scores. Los has 7. It's 33-28, but this end of the floor is where Goodhue needs to ratchet it up defensively. They need to shut off that lane. Faking right, going left. I'm curious to see if they go zone. Here's a fadeaway, no good. Rebound yanked down again by Albany. It's hard to rebound out of a zone too, but they're getting kind of defeated here on the glass. I'll give you those rebound numbers in a moment. Dribbling left, then right. They pass it. There's another wide open shot. Bang! Another triple. Reuter was wide open. Hit it from the top of the key on the high school line, which is the gold line. The maroon line is college. Michael Russian bounces it in the corner. Back up to an 8-point lead. The ball gets deflected out of bounds. Goes off the raised floor. Somebody throws it back onto the raised floor. As Coach Halverson's yelling out a play. I don't know how they can hear him on the other end of the floor, to be honest. Man, oh man. It's loud in here. 36-28 Albany. They've led this entire half for the most part. It was kind of even-steven for a while, and then they pulled away at a 10-point lead. Goodhue cut it down to 3, and here we go. And here's another fadeaway that they forced the offensive player into. Cody Ryan missed it. That's just good defense. Good stand up straight, make him fade away. Here's him another layup, and he missed it. That was not a defense that made him miss it. He just missed it. Coming up, Owen Russian gets it out front. Ryan swings it on the left side to Luke Russian. Luke's going to shoot the 3. It's short. Rebound, Owen Russian. What a great pass! Terrific pass by Owen Russian to Cody Ryan. Ryan's got 7. It was a scoop pass by Russian after he swept that ball down on the rebound. In one fell swoop, he made a pass under the basket to Ryan, and Ryan has a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The lights are dimming. The lights are going out in Williams Arena. I don't know if they paid their electric bill. The lights were flickering as Ryan at the free throw line is 2 for 2. 5 for 6 is Goodhue. That's what's keeping them even in this game. And he hits it. 36-31. Albany goes about 8 deep, so you don't want to get anybody in foul trouble. Goodhue also does not want to get anybody in foul trouble. Another wide open layup. That's the second time that Olsen just had an absolute wide open layup. Pass comes out front to Michael Russian. Russian takes a couple of dribbles to his left. He'll pass it in the corner. Luke Russian whips it back to Michael. Layup good. Great pass. Team basketball. You've got to love it. 2 points in the J. Moles Bowl paint. Make sure you get signed up for volleyball. We have 16 seconds to go in the first half. It's 38-33 Albany, the defending state champs. They're looking every bit the roll. In the lane again. Shots up. It's no good. Rebound. Russian whips it ahead to Michael Russian. There are 2 seconds. Nice pass underneath. Layup at the buzzer, and it's good. It's good. The layup is good. Just as the buzzer was about to go off, he released it off his hand. They will review that, I'm sure. But it's a 3-point, 1-possession game at halftime as it stands now. Albany 38, Goodhue 35. How about the long pass by Russian? The scoop under the basket, and Ryan kissed it off glass to score and end the first half. And yes, indeed, he do. They think that 38-35 is the score here at halftime. Pine Island Lumber Mart comes your way next on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. The Huskies 38 and the Wildcats 35. We got a lot of stats coming your way, so don't touch that dial.
Join Base's Springard Mutual Insurance Company, a proud partner of Grinnell Mutual, in supporting area students as they work toward a successful future. Through athletics and activities, they're learning the value of hard work, leadership, and teamwork. Lessons that last long after the final buzzer. That's something we can all appreciate, a policy of working together. The staff at Base's Springard Mutual Insurance Company, along with Grinnell Mutual, are proud to support local students and look forward to seeing many of you in the stands this season. Your local Goodhue County dairy farmers would like to give you a friendly reminder that dairy is locally driven and powered by families like ours. When you grab that cheese, yogurt, ice cream, or milk, you're not just getting something delicious. You're supporting hardworking dairy farm families right in your own backyard. Support your local Goodhue County dairy farming families. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message is brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the Dairy Farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season. Discover the finest jewelry collection in southern Minnesota, right in downtown Kenyon at Taji Jewelry. With an extensive selection to suit every style and budget, you'll find everything from timeless watches and elegant jewelry to unique money clips and more. Personalize your gift with a custom engraving. Add a name, special message, or both to make it truly one of a kind. Because you don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond.
Well, it's been quite a first half in this one. Goodhue, the number 1 seed, trailed virtually the entire half. In fact, it says here on my official stat sheet that well, it says here they had 2 leads. Their last lead for Goodhue was 9-7 at the 13:39 mark. As our score again is 38-35 here at the half. Albany leads. Huskies are shooting 57% from the field. They're 62% from Treyland. They're 5 of 8. Goodhue is 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. That's 37%. They're shooting 46% from the field. 13 rebounds for Goodhue, 14 for Albany. Boy, it seemed like they were getting cleaned on the glass, but I guess not. Assists 10 for Albany on 16 field goals. 8 assists on 13 field goals for the Goodhue Wildcats. Wildcats have 1 steal. That's by Owen Russian, of course. He's kind of their thief master. 1 block for Luke Russian. Just 3 fouls called on Goodhue in the first half. 2 on Owen and 1 on Luke Russian. Luke played every ticky-tock of the clock. So did Michael Russian. So did Cody Ryan. And so did Alex Lose. For Albany, they had 2 guys play every ticky-tock of the clock. Justin and Austin. 16 minutes for Olsen in the first half. They had 2 steals. They had 1 block. 5 fouls were called on the Albany Huskies. They had 4 turnovers officially, and that's what I have marked on my ledger. 2 for Goodhue, and when you have those few, it's kind of hard not to get them right. 38-35 is your score. You're listening to the Pine Island Lumber Mart halftime report at Pine Island Lumber Mart. Boy, they love serving people in Goodhue. I know when I called them, they said, you bet we want to follow a fellow Hiawatha Valley League team. Of course, the Panthers are in the HVL out of Pine Island. And they've been on Goodhue for the last couple of years when they've been up to state. The Pine Island Lumber has, because they get results. People actually are going from Goodhue down to Pine Island to give them some business. And that's what this is all about, patronizing the people that make it possible to bring the broadcast to you. Many of you would love to be here, not able to be here. Hopefully we can paint the picture for you. That's the Albany band you're hearing in the background. The Goodhue band is to my left. I did a little fake direction before the game. I was in band in high school, but I never got a chance to direct. So I brought my arms up like the director does, and the whole Goodhue band brought their instruments up. I should have made it a
When
movie.
was the last time you thought about what you put in your vehicle's fuel tank? Did you know there's a fuel that not only costs less, but is better for our air? Unleaded 88 gives your engine a boost with a higher octane rating while reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Something that's good for all Minnesotans. It's time to rethink how you fuel up. Start looking for the yellow 88 octane button at the pump and reach for a better fuel. Learn more at betterfuel.org. Brought to you by the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers and their checkoffs. When was the last time you thought about what you put in your vehicle's fuel tank? Did you know there's a fuel that not only costs less, but is better for our air? Unleaded 88 gives your engine a boost with a higher octane rating while reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Something that's good for all Minnesotans. It's time to rethink how you fuel up. Start looking for the yellow 88 octane button at the pump and reach for a better fuel. Learn more at betterfuel.org. Brought to you by the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers and their checkoffs.
38-35 is your halftime score during your Pine Island Lumber Mart halftime report. Let's go over some individual stats for Goodhue. Leading the way, Luke Russian with 11 points on 5 of 10 shooting. He's 1 for 3 from Treyland. Has 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block in, as I said, 18 minutes. Owen Russian has 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting, 0 for 1 from Treyland, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. He has a couple of fouls. Played 15 minutes. Michael Russian has 2 points, 1 for 1 from the field. He has 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and played every ticky-tock of the first half. Cody Ryan also played every second. He has 8 points here at the half, 2 for 4 from the field. He's 1 for 1 from three-point range. 3 for 3 from the free throw line, has 2 rebounds. Alex Lose has 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting. That's He's usually super efficient. He's 1 for 3 from Trey Land. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Has 1 rebound, 1 assist. They've got a very strong guy on Alex. Of course, he's a pretty strong guy himself. He's a sophomore. This Buttweiler has been guarding him, and he's been very physical with him, the 6'2 senior. And a put-together lad just like Alex is. As Goodhue will be coming to my end of the floor, we're, of course, below the raised floor here at Williams Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the winner of this game will play for a state championship at 5 tomorrow evening. Regardless of who is there, we'll bring it to you. If Goodhue does not win this game, we do not have plans of being able to bring you the consolation round on Saturday. We've got Northfield at noon tomorrow, and the time just does not work. So even though a lot of people in Goodhue say they can't get Power 96 there, I get them I get our Power 96 station all the time in the Goodhue High School parking lot, but that's how it goes. So Goodhue will be going right to left, and Albany left to right on your radio dial in the second half as your Pine Island Lumber halftime report continues to motor along. We'll take a look at some of the Albany individual statistics. On the Taji Jewelry scoreboard, it says Huskies 38, Wildcats 35.
Pine Island Lumber is the place to go for the latest in Trex composite decking. Trex Transcend Deckings uses 95% recycled plastic film and reclaimed sawdust and is backed by a 50-year limited residential fade and stain warranty. It's fade, stain, scratch, and mold resistant. Trex Transcend maintains its vibrant color and luxurious finish through scorching sun or red wine spill, thanks to its unyielding shell protection, not to mention its simple soap and water cleanup. You'll never have to step foot in the stain aisle again. Get the details at PineIslandLumber.com. The News Record in Zumbrota provides coverage like no other of the Zumbrota, Mazapa, Kenyon, Wanamingo, Goodhue, and Pine Island school districts. Award-winning journalist Pete Greensroot is dedicated to bringing you local information because that's what impacts you most. Check out the sports coverage of McRae Olson. Learn what local merchants have to offer with all ads appearing in the News Record newspaper, also available at ZumbroShopper.com. For the best regional news and sports coverage in the Zumbro Valley, it's without a doubt the News Record.
Well, those individual stats for Albany, good balanced scoring as well. They're led by Olson with 11, 8 for Austin, 5 each for Buttweiler and Justin, 3 for Reuter, and 4 for Lang off the bench. Van Heel off the bench has 2 points as well for the Albany Huskies. The number that I'm sure jumps right out off the stat page to Matt Halverson, the head coach for Goodhue, is at 57% shooting. If they continue like that, it's going to be tough to win this game. They have got to get more physical with Albany and force them into some off-balance shots. We'll see about that.
Hamilton Mering Auction Group is the Upper Midwest auction leader, specializing in agricultural auctions for farmland and machinery, residential real estate, antiques, vintage collectible items, and more. Hamilton and Mering Auction Services have combined their over a century of auction experience to become the premier auction leader in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Discover the Hamilton Mering Auction difference, where quality meets opportunity and every auction tells a story. Check the auction calendar anytime at hmauction.com.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
Well, we get ready to start the second half. Goodhue will have the ball, moving right to left on your radio dial. A 3 would tie this game. As our Pine Island Lumber halftime report is over, they got some great sporting goods there, too, at Pine Island Lumber. You might want to check it out. As Luke Russian dribbles right in front of us, along with Owen Russian and Michael Russian and Cody Ryan. Here's a fadeaway, and it's good by Owen Russian in the middle of the J-Mo Bowls paint, which is where I want Goodhue to be. Pass goes on the left wing. Couple of right-handed dribbles. They get it back out front. They got to shut down the threes, too. And the ball's going to be Albany's, they say. So Owen Russian got some points in the J-Mo's Bowl paint. Goodhue again shot 48% in the first half. Albany with the ball, up by 1. Ooh, that was a travel. It wasn't called. He backed down and didn't dribble the ball, and they didn't call it. Buttweiler gets a little layup and a gift. It's 40-37 Albany. Michael Russian dribbles across the floor. Now he's going to go back to his right. He almost loses it. He'll hand it off, and Albany's ratcheted up their defense. Man, oh man. And here's a great move by Owen Russian to score right-handed left side. He got away from the defender. They're really getting physical. Is Albany. I mean, there's quite a bit of bodies bumping here, and they're letting it go. Pass comes out front. They swing it on the left side, and they'll go back top of the key. And Russian kind of bumps into the young man. Dribbling to his right for Albany is Austin. They get it back on the wing. Looks like Goodhue may be trying to get a little more physical here. Little rock, little spin, and that was a travel again that wasn't called. He took a step and spun, and they didn't call it. Alex Los will be called for his first foul. Going to the free throw line is going to be Ashton Olsen, the senior. 16:24 to go. Regulation. 40-39. He missed it. Albany is 1 for 5 from the free throw line. They were 12 of 14 in the quarterfinals. He hits a second. Well, it's 41-39 Huskies as Russian jogs the ball up right to left on your radio dial. I think they need to up the tempo of this game, Goodhue. Pass comes out front. Los. They bounce it. If this is a half-court game, I give the check mark to Albany. Here's a three. It's no good by Luke Russian. Followed his shot as Ryan got the rebound. Russian was right behind him getting ready to get it. Los goes in the lane, scoops it off glass and scores. Alex Los trying to get back to his efficient offensive self, and we're tied at 41 on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond. Pass comes out front. Here's an open three. It's no good. Rebound. Ryan. Owen Russian was right next to him getting ready to get the ball, too. They can take the lead here, can Goodhue. They haven't led since it was 9-7. Michael Russian dumps it in. It's knocked away. Falling on the floor. Two guys, and Goodhue comes out of there with it. Los dribbles left side, stops, pops off glass, and scores. Alex Los with a kiss off the window in the J-Mo's Bowl paint. And it's 43-41 Goodhue. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Here's a corner three. It's no good. Rebound yanked down by Ryan, who gets bumped, but kept the wits about him to hold on to the ball when he was in a catcher's squad. Bringing it up is Russian. Russian top of the key, swings it to Ryan. Ryan bounces it to his left. Luke Russian goes in the lane, has it knocked away, and it's going to belong to Goodhue. 14:44 to go. A couple of subs are coming in for the Albany Huskies. There's no substitute for the quality service you get at Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services in Owatonna. At the conclusion of our broadcast, we'll have our Goodhue County ADA players of the game for each team. Goodhue County, as Luke Russian didn't want the ball back, he said, "I got something in my eye." He said that to his teammate, Cody Ryan. So Ryan kept it. Now Luke has it for three, and he scores! Luke Russian hits the bomb. He's got 14. It's 46-41 Goodhue, and a timeout by Albany. The Huskies. Boy, Coach Matt Helverson and his staff just do a phenomenal job of making adjustments at halftime We've seen it throughout the playoffs. They're cool, they're calm, they're collected. They don't panic at all. They were down by 10 in the first half, and now they're up by 5 with 14:26 to go in regulation. It's 46-41 Goodhue on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. Score, the best selection of jewelry in the area.
Northfield basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Stern Heating and Cooling. For reliable furnace repair, AC service, and complete system installs, trust the local team serving Red Wing and surrounding communities. Call Stern Heating and Cooling at 651-764-1236. Proud supporters of Northfield basketball. Stern Heating and Cooling. Not too hot, not too cold. Online at sternheatingandcooling.com.
Albany brings the ball up left to right on your radio dial. Owen Russian tries to steal it, tried to save it. Now they get it back right side for 3. It's no good. Rebound yanked down by Owen Russian. Owen throws it ahead to Alex Lose. He saves it from going out of bounds, and he gets the layup. They're up in the tempo of the game. J-Mo's Bowl. Lose has got 6 points already this half, 13 in the game, and they're up by 7. Here's a 3, no good. Rebound is battled for. Coming out of there with it is Albany. Here's another near steal by Luke Russian, and we're going to have a foul called on Luke Russian. It'll be his second. He might have pushed off with his off arm trying to get the ball. Pass comes way out front for Albany. Justin has it. Passes it on the left wing to Austin. Now they get it back in the corner. They've really done a nice job of Buttweiler. Here's a 3, no good this half. Rebound yanked down, and we're going to have a foul called again on Goodhue. It's Luke Russian. It's his third. $13:35 to go. That's big. Mark it down in your book if you're keeping one. $13:35 to go. Third foul. Here's a triple. It's no good. Rebound, Alex Lose. Luke's got to be careful now. He's got 3 fouls. Owen Russian brings the ball up right to left on your radio dial. To Cody Ryan. Gets it on in the block. Owen Russian fakes one way, goes the other, forces up a shot, but he got fouled in the process. So he should be going to the free throw line here, Owen Russian. So Owen Russian is at the charity stripe, where he's 1 for 2. He hits it. He's got 5 second-half points. He's got 10 in the game, does Owen Russian. He had 6 in the quarterfinals, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And as I said earlier, 5 steals. He usually leads the stat sheet in steals. You'll think you're stealing when you go to J-Mo's Bowl for your meal, as he misses it. And we got another foul under the basket. This one's going to be on Goodhue. It's on Michael Russian, his first. Well, neither of these teams want to get in foul trouble. 4 fouls already on Goodhue, 1 on Albany this half. That could be the determining factor. An 8-point Goodhue lead on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. We got subs back in the game for Albany. No substitute for the quality service you get from Ackerman Accounting Tax Service. And Owen Russian gets another foul called, his third. So you got Owen with 3, you got Lucas with 3. As Coach Halverson is shouting some instructions, he's on the other end of the floor. Pass comes way out front. Little touch pass on the right wing. They get it back. Open 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Lose. Albany is starting to jack up threes, and they're not making them like they did in the first half. You knew they wouldn't shoot 60% the whole game, right? Owen Russian gets the ball from Lose. Looks to Michael Russian. He's got the ball. Got to be strong with the ball. Owen gets it in on the block. Fade away. No good. Rebound taken down. And bringing the ball back up the floor is Olsen. Olsen with a right-handed, now left-handed dribble. Goes to his left. Goodhue has to be careful. They got guys in foul trouble. Lob pass underneath the basket. We have another foul on Goodhue. It's going to be on Michael Russian. It'll be his second. So they're quickly getting in a lot of foul trouble here as Goodhue. As I said, they don't go super deep. Albany will inbound the ball. It'll be Lucas Hondel. He's a 6'3 junior. Ackerman Accounting Attack Service bringing you our subs. Justin just nailed his second triple. And it's a 5-point Goodhue lead with 12:08 to go. Michael Russian has the basketball. Gets it out front. Cody Ryan. They swing it to Los. He's on the right wing out front. Lucas Russian for three. Bang! Top of the key. He says, as long as I'm here, I'm going to get my third triple. There are more than three reasons to go to Hamilton Marrying Auction for your next auction. It doesn't have to be farm. It can be real estate. They do a super job. 52-44 Goodhue is a three. Good. By Austin, his third triple. 52-47 Goodhue. Owen Russian jogs the ball up. As we got Lucas Russian being hounded by Justin. Justin gets called for the foul. Trying to deny Lucas the ball. And now we got a timeout on the floor. 11:26 to go, regulation. I got a feeling we're going to have a fantastic finish in this one. Goodhue 52, Albany 47 on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. You're in tune to KDHL-AM in Faribault, Minnesota, a Town Square media station. This is our 78th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage of the Boys State High School basketball tournament. Tomorrow we'll have every state championship game. Roy will have the 11 o'clock Class A championship. He'll have the 1 o'clock Class 3A championship. I'll have the 5A Class 2, or the 5 o'clock Class 2A championship, and the final high school boys basketball game in the state of Minnesota, the Class 4A title game, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, right here in the barn, and that's going to be a classic. You got a 5 seed, like Albany is, going up against a 7 seed in
Tax changes can be overwhelming and confusing, especially regarding the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. With over 70 years of tax experience, H&R Block knows how to navigate change. They'll take the time to understand your tax situation, explain the new tax laws and how they impact your taxes. And with H&R Block in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville, it's easy to get the convenience and care you deserve. You can just drop off your information and they'll phone you when it's ready. It's so easy at H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna.
All of our statistics throughout the tournament, a service of H&R Block, with offices in Owatonna, in Faribault, and in Lakeville. At H&R Block, you get your maximum refund guarantee. Points in the paint are now in favor of Goodhue, 24-22. 3-point baskets, 5 3-pointers by Goodhue, 7 3-pointers by Albany. Albany shooting an incredible 44% from Trainland, and 45% is being shot by Goodhue from beyond the arc. Coach Helverson now talking to the officials about, his guys in foul trouble. He's just kind of asking them to let them play a little bit. We're in a semifinal of the state tournament. It's 52-47. I don't know that for sure. I can't read his lips from across the court, but I'm assuming that's what he's saying in a very nice way. He wasn't demonstrative at all. Alex Lowe slobs it in to Owen Russian. Luke again runs around to get the ball. He gets it. He'll shoot it, and he'll come up air. Rebound's taken down by Jackson Austin. He'll hand it off to his teammate Reuter, the 5'11 senior. They get it back out front. Now it's on the block. They got Goodhue in foul trouble. They're trying to force their way to the basket, and we got an offensive foul. Offensive fouls called on Austin. That's his first. That might have been what Matt was talking about, too. 52-47. Is looking to bring the ball up as Owen Russian. His Goodhue Wildcats lead by 5 with 10:56 to go. Lots and lots of time. Luke Russian with the basketball out front to Michael Russian. Swings it over to Alex Lose right in front of us. Dribbles left, shoots the three. Bang! Alex Lose. A bomb. His second triple as he on the half. He's got 16 points, 9 here in the second half, and they're up by 8. Goodhue, here's a three. It's good. Talk about an answer. Ice in your veins. Braden Justin hits his third triple. He's got 11 points. As Russian brings it up. 3 here, 3 there, 3 everywhere. Bounce pass on the right side. It's Russian. Lobs it out front to Cody Ryan. Ryan gets it inside. Boy, he's really handling Lose. He's got his arm right around his waist. The defender and the official's looking right at it. Owen Russian dribbles in the lane. Right-handed left side layup by Owen Russian is good. You know what I love about this game? 7 points, second half. Both these teams are playing so hard. I've had coaches tell me the hardest thing to get guys to do, and this is professionals too, is play hard all the time. It's 57-50. Goodhue. They were down by 10 in the first half. Dribbling to his left, shots up, and it's deflected. It's going to be a turnover in my book by Albany. Their first this half. Scoop pass to Luke Russian. He gets trapped by Buttweiler trying to go to the basket. That's Buttweiler's second foul. So inbounding the ball is going to be Cody Ryan. That shows you the trust that Matt Halverson has in that young man, the sophomore. Inbounding the ball. So Cody will inbound it. He's looking. He gets it to Lose. Here's a three. It's bang! Another bomb by Alex Lose. Is he having a half? He's got 12 second half points, 19 in the game. As Goodhue gets another turnover from Albany. Coming back the other way, Lose goes in. Offensive foul on Lose. He did the golden sin as he went to the basket. He elevated into the defender. And now Lose gets hit with another foul. That's a turnover by Goodhue. His second foul. Goodhue fans don't like it, but it clearly was an offensive foul. The golden sin, they tell you never when you go in the basket like that to elevate, because, well, your options are off the table when you get up in the air that far from the basket. Pass goes underneath, wide open, reverse layup is good by Ashton Olsen. His first basket this half. He had 11 points in the first half. They've really done a nice job on him and Buttweiler this half. Here's Lucas Russian, and it's good. His third triple of the half. The three-point shot is back for Lucas. He's got 17, and Goodhue has a double-digit 11-point lead on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. Hey, swing by and see their awesome selection of diamonds at Taji Jewelry. 63-52 on the Taji Jewelry scoreboard. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond.
Make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
63-52 Goodhue. The score at halftime was 38-35 Albany. Albany has scored 15 points in the nearly 10 minutes that we've gone into the second half. And Goodhue has scored 28. Lucas Russian having a visit with Owen Russian. They walk back on the floor. Now remember, these guys are in foul trouble. And you know Albany coaches are telling them guys, go to the basket, get them in more foul trouble. 63-52, 8.5 minutes to go till the determining, well, maybe not determining, it might go overtime, and turnover by Albany. Guy just threw the ball out of bounds. Albany's going to put on some pressure now. They're down by 11 with 8:23 to go. Goodhue's got the basketball. They'll inbound it to Owen Russian. They might want to slow this game down. I know it's not Goodhue's game, but they got foul trouble. As Luke Russian runs around, and we have another foul. Going to be on Justin, his third. Luke is constant movement, and trying to guard him is something else. Southwest State's getting a good one there. I think Ethan Miller from Zumbrota Mazeppa's going there too. Another good young player. Here's a three. No good by Owen Russian. I'd rather see them attacking here. Pass comes ahead. They're going to attack. Bounce pass underneath. Wide open layup. Good. Griffin Lang scores his second basket in this game. And it's 63-54. Goodhue on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Canyon scoreboard. I'll get you J-Mo's full points in the paint. Bad pass. Intercepted. Albany's coming back the other way. They can eat more into this lead with 7.5 minutes to go. That's just the fourth turnover by Goodhue. Here's a three. It's no good. Rebound. Russian comes flying in. It looks to me like he got the ball. And he might have called timeout as he was falling to the floor. And did we get a foul? We did. It's going to be on Albany. I wish I could hear the PA person here, but you can't. And again, I think they had a flashing. Oh, he said turnover. Shots up, no good. Rebounds tipped. And Luke throws it off of the player. He threw it in his face. He didn't want to throw it in his face. Believe me, he was trying to throw it on his legs. He threw it down, but he had his head down, and he got smacked right in the nose. Did Lucas Hondo. So Hondo's got to go out with a bloody nose. There's no foul. There's no intent here or anything. Meanwhile, Coach Halverson says, hey, come on, guys. It's our ball. There's going to be another Albany turnover. 6 of them for Albany, officially 5 for Goodhue. I had 4 for Goodhue, but could have missed one. And they'll check in this super sub for them. I like this young man. When he comes in for him, Nicholas Van Heel. He's a sophomore, 6'4", and he's looks to me like he'd be a really good football player. As now they're going to sort this out, I guess. I don't know what there is to sort out. I mean, there's nothing to. Oh, they're going to have the towel to get the blood off the floor from a bloody nose. 63-54, Goodhue leads. 7:19 to go in this one. If Goodhue wins, we'll have a brand new Class 2A state champion. And, of course, I'll have that game at 5 o'clock.
Join Basis Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, a proud partner of Grinnell Mutual, in supporting area students as they work toward a successful future. Through athletics and activities, they're learning the value of hard work, leadership, and teamwork. Lessons that last long after the final buzzer. That's something we can all appreciate. A policy of working together. The staff at Basis Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, along with Grinnell Mutual, are proud to support local students and look forward to seeing many of you in the stands this season.
The Goodhue County corn and soybean growers bring you our points off turnover statistic, and I got to get that on the stat sheet here. You know, you sometimes turn over your corn to soybeans and vice versa. We had an offensive illegal screen on Goodhue. So third foul's called on another Goodhue Wildcat. Boy, are they in foul trouble. Lowe's now has 3 fouls. There's a lot of time left in this one, folks. 9 points in 6 minutes is nothing. Here's a shot from 15. It rims in. By Ashton Olsen, who's off balance, too. That was good defense. That's where you tip your hat to the offensive player. Russian brings the ball up. They're now up by 7. They were up by 11. Russian trying to save the ball, calling a timeout. His coach, Halverson, they called tie-up. Possession arrow is going to go to. It looked like Russian had possession initially. Matt Halverson was trying to get a timeout called, and they're going to end up with a turnover out of the deal. It's all in if the official sees you trying to get that timeout. It did look like initially Russian had the ball, but they called the tie-up. Now you need to stop if you're Goodhue. Remember, they got foul trouble all over the place here. Bunch of guys with 3 fouls. As he fell down with the ball, did the Globetrotter routine, going in the lane. Shot's going to be, well, I guess he's not going to shoot it. He's going to pass it. Out front, faking right, going left, stopping, popping, missing. Rebound comes off, and there's that Van Heel, the 6'4" sophomore. Van Heel gets his second basket. That was a man's rebound in the middle of the J. Moles Bowl paint. It's 63-58. Here's a 3. It's no good. Barely grazed iron by Ryan. Coming back the other way. Bounce pass goes. And Albany's Van Heel under the basket. Scores again. He's got 6. And it's a 1-possession game. 63-60. Goodhue. They were up double digits just a couple minutes ago. Michael Russian, 1 dribble, gets it back out front. Cody Ryan swings it on the right side, gonna get back in attack mode. Los gonna pass it underneath the basket. It gets deflected and picked up in the corner. Boy, they're getting physical out there. Albany, here's a shot in the middle of the lane by Owen Russian. And he had a heck of a time freeing himself. That young man's having a great second half. He's got 9 second-half points, 14 of the game. And Goodhue's going to take a timeout. 65-60 Goodhue. 5 minutes, 7 seconds to go. NBA final 5 minutes. They call crunch time. We're almost there. Only this is not the NBA. Here's your points off turnovers, courtesy of the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers Association, right? You turn over corn to soybeans, and maybe you turn over your soybeans to corn. Anyway, the turnovers look like this. See if I can find a stat here. I usually keep it. I do keep it myself, but now I'm getting lazy when I got live stats here. 9-5. Oh man, it went and left me on the screen when I tried to pinch it. 9-5. This surprises me, to be honest. Points off turnovers, 9 for Albany and 5 for Goodhue. But Goodhue leads at 65-60. Points in the J. Moles Bowls paint is 32-28 in favor of Albany as well. Free throw line. That might be the difference. Let's look. Goodhue has 8 threes. So does Albany. 2 for 6 on the free throw line is Albany. 7 for 9 is Goodhue. That's a 5-point difference, and they got a 5-point lead, 65-60. There you go. I knew we'd find it eventually. Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports microphone. We've had a good one here today. We've had a bunch of good ones. Roy had a couple of good games earlier. He'll have the Class A championship game at 11 tomorrow. And the 1 o'clock championship game. That's Class 3A. The 11 is Class A. Henning, the number 1 seed in Class A, got knocked off by Hills Beaver Creek. And Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton, just 35 miles from Faribault in the Gopher Conference, along with Faribault Bethlehem Academy, Triton, and Kenyon Wanamingo. They're playing for a state title tomorrow in Class A. And taking on Hills Beaver Creek. Who I think is the Class A state champion in football, if I remember right. Goodhue got to the Prep Bowl, but they fell to Jackson County Central. Jackson County Central was in this tournament, but unfortunately they didn't get to this game. I was hoping for a rematch, to be honest. Defending state champs Albany are the, oh my, he bullies his way and scores. Buttweiler just absolutely banged into the defender and got the layup. 65-62 Goodhue. Owen Russian fakes right, goes left, he goes in the lane, he gets under the basket, comes up short in the corner. Michael Russian chases down the ball. He's trying to get free, and he's going to be a blocking foul on Albany. And some tempers are flaring here, and the official going to have to be careful. There's a lot at stake here, right? You get to play in the state championship game if you win. Michael Russian will be at the free throw line. I think they called the foul on the sophomore Van Heel. As Michael Russian at the charity stripe, first time tonight, hits it. That's been the difference in this game. Goodhue's hit their free throws. Albany is not. 66-62, a 4-point Goodhue lead with 4:31 to go in regulation. On the Taji Jury Downtown Kenyon scoreboard, he hits them both. 8 points at the free throw line compared to 2. Bounce pass to Van Heel. Passes it on the left wing. Long-range jumper is good. It's a 3. Jackson Austin hits his second triple this half, his 4th triple of the game. Russian. It's a 2-point game. Gets it out front to Ryan. Now they get on the right wing to Owen Russian. Lucas gets himself free, top of the key. He'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Albany. Coming out of there with it was Lang. And they can tie or take the lead here with 3:45 to go. Goodhue had a double-digit lead at the the 6 or 7 minute mark. Here's a 3. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Ryan. He had to do that with one arm. As Russian telling his teammates to come up the floor as he dribbles between the legs a couple of times and hands it off to Michael Russian. Michael Russian gets it back to Owen Russian. Back to Michael. Out front they go with it to Ryan. Lucas is trying to get free. Lucas Russian, and man, he was being held there in the paint. Down the lane. No, nice dump off pass to Russian. He scores! He muscled that one in. Michael Russian scores. He's got 6. Van Heel is a big boy. He had his chest right at him, and he just threw it right up over the iron. 69-65. As Goodhue's trying to ratchet up their defense, even though they are in foul trouble. Lowe's trying to get a steal. He gets pushed to the ground. Pass comes out front for 3, and they're going to call the push. Albany giving the flop sign. That was not a flop. He was going after a loose ball, and he gets shoved aside to the floor. There was no flop. So Goodhue will inbound the ball with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in regulation. They have a 4-point lead, and this just might be the most important possession of the game. And actually, they call the foul. Well, he did push him. I mean, so Lowe's will go to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 on the day. Needs to make these and give him a 6-point lead. That's only 2 possession, though, with 2:51 to go. And the way Albany's been shooting threes, it feels about as comfortable as a toothache as he hits the free throw. Have another. Points off turnovers, again in favor of Albany. Albany's got 6. Goodhue has 7 turnovers now. Los hits both free throws. Boy, has he had a second half. He's got 14 second half points, 21 in the game. Just a sophomore. Man, is he good. Pass goes free throw line extended left. They go right side. Here's another 3. It's bang! Austin hits his 3rd triple of his half, his 5th triple of the game. It's 71-68, a 1-possession game with 2:27 to go. This might be the most important possession now for Goodhue. Ball's knocked away from Owen Russian. He gets on the floor, gets it behind him to Lowe's. Underneath, wide open basket for Michael Russian. Scramble. Talk about scramble. 6 points this half for Russian. Going to the basket, going right to the... Oh, they're going to call a foul. He went right to the basket. Buttweiler gets a wide open layup. Or no, not Buttweiler, but Justin does. Justin will go to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 2-point game with 2:06 to go. I did not see who they called the foul on. But at the free throw line is Justin. Takes it deep side. The Goodhue fans making noise, and he hits. No, he ringed out. Russian Luke gets the rebound. If you're Goodhue, you want a good possession here. Los goes in the lane, has it knocked away. In the far corner is Ryan to pick it up, gets it over to Luke Russian. Now out front to Owen Russian. 1:50 to go. 3-point Goodhue lead. Owen gets it to Lucas Russian. Lucas goes in the lane, throws it up, he misses it. Rebounds tip back up. Coming out of there with it is going to be Albany. Coach Halverson telling them to get back on defense. Pass goes in the corner. They get it back to the three-point shooter, and it's no good. Rebounds tipped down, and Goodhue trying to get after it. And a foul is going to be called on Albany, and Albany's head coach, Grant Johnson, in his first season at Albany. Imagine taking over as defending state champion. Man, oh man. I think they called the foul on Austin. So Michael Russian is at the free throw line. Goodhue's up by one possession. A 3-point lead, and the way this Austin's been hitting the threes, he's got 3 of them this half. 2 more by Justin this half as he missed the free throw. Rebounds taken down by Buttweiler. And we're going to have a timeout by Albany. 1 minute, 23 seconds to go in regulation. Goodhue 73, Albany 70. Oh, my ticker can't take this, I don't think. 73-70 on the Tanji Jewelry downtown Canyon.
If you grow soybeans here in Minnesota, you would be surprised to learn where your checkoff dollars are working for you. Your soybeans could be a key ingredient in high-performance lubricants or in the foam cushions of cars rolling off the assembly line, or even halfway around the world in grocery stores. Every day, the Minnesota Soybean Research and Promotion Council uses checkoff dollars to open new markets for Minnesota soybeans. Brought to you by the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers and the Soybean Checkoff.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, the Goodhue Soil and Water Conservation District doesn't sit on the sidelines. They're proud to show up for Goodhue County Athletics as sponsors of all playoff games. From Goodhue to Cannon Falls, Kenyon, Wanamingo to Zumbrota, Mazeppa, they support the students, families, and communities that make this county strong. Teamwork doesn't just happen on the court, it happens in our fields, waterways, and across our communities. Good luck from Goodhue Soil and Water Conservation District, putting conservation into action.
There's a layup missed by Albany, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Los. He was trying to grab the ball, and he could not do it. And knocked it out of bounds. Would have belonged to Albany. 73-70, Goodhue with 1:14 left in regulation. What a game here in the barn. We've seen a lot of great high school basketball today. Here's a layup, no good. Rebound put back up and in by Albany. Justin scores in the J. Moulds Bowl paint, and it's a 1-point Goodhue lead. Minute to go. Albany fans on their feet clapping. Michael Russian almost had the ball stolen. Gets it out front to Owen Russian. Lucas gets the ball handed to him. He's telling them to clear the side. He wants an isolation play. He's going to pass it out front to Owen. Gets knocked away, and it's stolen by Albany. Albany has a chance to take the lead. Here's a shot. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds by Albany. Tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. And Albany's coach calls a timeout. 35.2 seconds to go. Goodhue 73. Albany 72. Very costly turnover. Oh, my. Well, I told you those points off turnovers could be big. Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers, right? Points off turnovers. So far, it's 9-5 in favor of Albany. They score here, they go to double-digit points off turnovers.
Hamilton Mering Auction Group is the Upper Midwest auction leader, specializing in agricultural auctions for farmland and machinery, residential real estate, antiques, vintage collectible items, and more. Hamilton and Mering Auction Services have combined their over a century of auction experience to become the premier auction leader in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Discover the Hamilton Mering Auction difference, where quality meets opportunity and every auction tells a story. Check the auction calendar anytime at hmauction.com.
Albany has one timeout left. Goodhue has 3, so keep that in mind. Fouls are 9 for Albany and 9 for Goodhue, so both teams are in the bonus. Lob pass comes way out front. Will they try a 3 here? They've certainly been hot from that range. They're going to the basket. Shots up off glass. He missed it. We're going to have a foul on Goodhue. It looked like he was jumping away from the defender. It's going to be on Luke Russian. His 4th at the free throw line is going to be Braden Justin, who's 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. And now Matt Halverson's going to use one of those 3 timeouts left. I love it. This is a pressure-packed free throw for the 6'2 senior, who's already 0 for 1.
Northfield basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Stern Heating and Cooling. For reliable furnace repair, AC service, and complete system installs, trust the local team serving Red Wing and surrounding communities. Call Stern Heating and Cooling at 651-764-1236. Proud supporters of Northfield basketball. Stern Heating and Cooling. Not too hot, not too cold. Online at sternheatingandcooling.com.
It's a shame somebody's got to lose this game. We got 2 very good basketball teams going toe-to-toe literally on the Williams Arena floor. It has not been for the faint of heart. A double-digit lead in the first half for Albany. Goodhue comes back. They take a double-digit lead. More than halfway through the second half, Albany comes back. It's a 73-72 Goodhue lead with 23.7 seconds to go in regulation. At the free throw line is 6'2 senior for Albany, Braden Justin. He's 0 for 1, and Albany's had their issues at the free throw line in this game. They're 2 for 7. Goodhue's 11 for 14. The free throw is good. We got a tie game with 23.7 seconds left. No fouls. Their coach is yelling, no fouls for Albany. He rims in the second one. What's Goodhue got mapped up? Let's see. We got 21 seconds to go. Owen Russian gets it to Luke Russian. Luke dribbles to his left, goes in. He went in for a shot, had it blocked, and they're going to have a foul called. And Luke will get to go to the free throw line with some pressure-packed free throws. If he makes both of them, they'll have a 1-point lead. But that might not have been a bad move by Albany to foul them because they get the possession back. They would not have. I would have gone for the last shot if I'm Goodhue. So Luke is at the free throw line. He hasn't been there at all today. And he sinks it. He's got 3 field goals, all 3-pointers in this half. They have really been on his hip literally the whole game. Well, if you hold him away from the ball when he's not shooting, you get fouls, but he doesn't go to the free throw line. So they've been doing a lot of that. That's how you stop a scorer, and he scores them both. Here we go. Final possession of the game, more than likely. 75-74. Goodhue. You don't need a 3-point basket if you're Albany. There's 12.9 seconds to go. We're in the double bonus for both teams. We'll have your possible final play
Join
there.
Base's Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, a proud partner of Grinnell Mutual in supporting area students as they work toward a successful future. Through athletics and activities, they're learning the value of hard work, leadership, and teamwork, lessons that last long after the final buzzer. That's something we can all appreciate, a policy of working together. The staff at Base's Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, along with Grinnell Mutual, are proud to support local students and look forward to seeing many of you in the stands this season.
Well, Goodhue has hung their hat on defense all year. They need one stop right here, and they're heading to the state championship game. Easier said than done. 12.9 seconds to go. Goodhue 75, Albany 74 on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond. So the Wildcats are on the floor. Albany comes jogging onto the floor. In the game for Albany is Hondo, the junior, who's a reserve off the bench. I thought they might bring in the big sophomore who's so tough under the basket. They're going to run the ball across midcourt. I thought they don't have any time. I thought they didn't have any timeouts, but I guess they had one left. Because they ran up the floor and took the timeout so they can inbound it to the half court. 9.2 seconds to go. 75-74. Goodhue leads. And Albany takes a full
Pine Island Lumber
timeout.
is the place to go for the latest in Trex composite decking. Trex Transcend Deckings uses 95% recycled plastic film and reclaimed sawdust and is backed by a 50-year limited residential fade and stain warranty. It's fade, stain, scratch, and mold resistant. Trex Transcend maintains its vibrant color and luxurious finish through scorching sun or red wine spill, thanks to its unyielding shell protection, not to mention its simple soap and water cleanup. You'll never have to step foot in the stain aisle again. Get the details at PineIslandLumber.com.
Both teams have 14 assists in this game. Both teams have 2 blocks in this game. Both teams now have 8 turnovers in this game. How much more even can you get? Goodhue with a 1-point lead with 9.2 seconds to go. Winner goes to the title game tomorrow. Loser plays over at Concordia tomorrow. Goodhue does not win. We will not be able to bring you the consolation round. And the ball goes out of bounds. They give the ball back to Goodhue. That was a horrible call, I think. Go to the replay. They can go to the replay. Coach Halverson's asking for a replay. It was clearly, I thought, I'm sitting on the same sideline. It looked like it was knocked off the Albany guy, which would have given Goodhue the ball. So, Coach Halverson, you can ask for a review, and they are going to use the replay. Because it certainly did look like it was off him. He's on this same sideline. So, we'll see what the call is. 7.1 seconds to go. 75-74 Goodhue. Boy, that would be a costly turnover for Albany if it turns out to be that way. They gave the ball back to Albany on the call. They're coming over to the side. And let's see what the ruling is. They got an official on the side who looks at the replay, or somebody he doesn't have an official uniform on, but Goodhue's ball. Goodhue's ball. I thought my eyes didn't deceive me. They didn't deceive me at all. So Goodhue needs to be strong with the ball here. Albany's going to try to get a steal. If they can't get a steal, they'll probably foul right away to give themselves another possession. Michael Russian's on this end of the floor. Everybody else is in the other court. Again, you got to be strong with the ball. Ryan will inbound it. He passes it into Luke Russian at midcourt. He gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Buttweiler. His third. So Luke Russian will go to the free throw line. If he makes both of these, it'll be a 3-point lead. We could still go to overtime if that happens. So Luke Russian, biggest free throws of his young career. And he missed it. This one will make it a 2-point lead if he makes it. Luke is by himself on the line. All the other Goodhue players, because you don't want fouls here, are at midcourt. So Luke nails it. A 3 wins the game for Albany. And remember the way they've shot 3, 76-74. 2 seconds. 1 second. He throws it up and missed it. Goodhue wins! Goodhue is going to play for the Class 2A state championship. The Wildcats, 76. The defending state champions from Albany, 74. In an incredible high school basketball game. This is the way state tournaments should always be, right? Wow. The sportsmanship line. Albany players are hugging each other. Of course, they wanted to try to get back-to-back state titles. But Goodhue, the players, are applauding their fans behind me here at Williams Arena. The Goodhue Wildcats will be playing for a state championship tomorrow at 5. As they defeat the Albany Huskies, they will face either Minnehaha Academy or Pequot Lakes. Pequot Lakes, remember, beat this team, this Albany team, twice during the regular season. 76-74 is your final score on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard. We'll take a look at those J-Mo Bulls points in the paint. Get that volleyball team signed up. They're going to have co-ed volleyball, women's volleyball, men's volleyball. I even talked to Ryan about maybe getting a seniors volleyball league. That'll be fun. Right? You need exercise even if you're a senior. They have 6 sand volleyball courts. They have darts there. They have bowling, of course, at J-Mo's Bowl. And you will not find better food anywhere. You always strike a great meal at J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault. In your final score on the Taji Jewelry Downtown Kenyon scoreboard, Goodhue 76, Albany 74. The number 1 seed Wildcats literally escape with
the news
victory.
record in Zumbrota provides coverage like no other of the Zumbrota, Mazapa, Kenyon, Wanamingo, Goodhue, and Pine Island school districts. Award-winning journalist Pete Greensroot is dedicated to bringing you local information because that's what impacts you most. Check out the sports coverage of McRae Olson. Learn what local merchants have to offer with all ads appearing in the News Record newspaper, also available at ZumbroShopper.com. For the best regional news and sports coverage in the Zumbro Valley, it's without a doubt the News Record. At J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault, you always strike a great meal. Now they're your go-to for graduation party catering. Let J-Mo's prepare and deliver the food right to you, or host an unforgettable graduation open house right at J-Mo's with access to sand volleyball, darts, and bowling. Remember, Thursdays, bingo happens. Celebrate big this graduation season at J-Mo's Bowl, 1802 4th Street Northwest in Faribault. Other catering jobs also welcome. Go to jmosbowl.com for details. Join Vasa's Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, a proud partner of Grinnell Mutual, in supporting area students as they work toward a successful future. Through athletics and activities, they're learning the value of hard work, leadership, and teamwork, lessons that last long after the final buzzer. That's something we can all appreciate, a policy of working together. The staff at Vasa's Spring Garden Mutual Insurance Company, along with Grinnell Mutual, are proud to support local students and look forward to seeing many of you in the stands this season. Hamilton Mering Auction Group is the Upper Midwest auction leader, specializing in agricultural auctions for farmland and machinery, residential real estate, antiques, vintage collectible items, and more. Hamilton and Mering Auction Services have combined their over a century of auction experience to become the premier auction leader in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Discover the Hamilton Mering Auction difference, where quality meets opportunity and every auction tells a story. Check the auction calendar anytime at hmauction.com.
The Redhawks of Minnehaha Academy and the Pequot Lakes Patriots are on the floor right now. The Patriots 29-1. The Redhawks are 24-5. The Redhawks actually are the number 1 QRF team in this class. And they ended up getting the number 3 seed, so I know they probably got a little chip on their shoulder here, right? As our score again, 76-74. Goodhue would be playing for the state title tomorrow. They played for the state title in football last fall. Came up short. What a great basketball game for Goodhue today. Individually, 23 points by Luke Russian. Alex Lose had 21. 16 for Owen Russian. 8 for Michael Russian. 8 for Cody Ryan. They had no points off their bench. In fact, Garrett Bolt's the only bench player who played. He was 0 for 1, and he played just 3 minutes. Everybody else, man, talk about the Iron 5. It's Goodhue. They got to play again tomorrow, right? Russian was 4 of 8. Luke from the three-point range, 8 for 18 in the game. He was 3 for 4 from the free throw line, had 5 rebounds, 2 assists. 6 rebounds for Michael Russian and 3 assists. 6 rebounds for Cody Ryan and 2 assists, who was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Free throw line was the difference in this game. Goodhue was 14 of 18. 4 of 9 was Albany. Albany had 1 more rebound, 30-29. Assists, 14, it says here for Goodhue, and 17. Well, I was reading off the scoreboard on Williams Arena. It must be off. The official stat sheet here says 17 for Albany and assists, 14 for Goodhue. Steals, 2 for Goodhue and 6 for Albany. Each team had 2 blocks. 13 fouls were called on Goodhue. 16 fouls were called on Albany. 7 turnovers by Albany and 8 turnovers by Goodhue. But the biggest was the 7th one on Albany. It really was a huge one. They had a chance to take a lead. They ended up with a turnover. They only got 1 free throw out of it, did Goodhue, but they were not able to put down the final shot. And this one comes out a 76-74 win for the Goodhue Wildcats. We're now 31-1 on the season. Their 24th straight victory. Albany drops to 25-7 on the season. Leading the way for Albany, Austin had 17. So did Justin. 16 for Olson. Buttweiler finished with 9 on 4 of 6 shooting. Boy, did they do a masterful job on him in the second half. Reuter had 3. 6 for Lang off the bench and 6 for Van Heel off the bench. They all played 13 minutes. So their bench came up with 12 points. Their bench came up with 5 assists. Their bench came up with 2 rebounds. Or no, they came up with 8 rebounds. And, of course, Goodhue had no points, no rebounds, no assists. They only had 3 minutes total off the bench.
If you grow soybeans here in Minnesota, you would be surprised to learn where your checkoff dollars are working for you. Your soybeans could be a key ingredient in high-performance lubricants or in the foam cushions of cars rolling off the assembly line, or even halfway around the world in grocery stores. Every day, the Minnesota Soybean Research and Promotion Council uses checkoff dollars to open new markets for Minnesota soybeans. Brought to you by the Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers and the Soybean Checkoff.
Final score 76-74. Points in the J. Moles Bowl paint, 38-32 in favor of Albany. Points off turnovers, Goodhue County Corn and Soybean Growers helping bring you that stat. 11 for Albany and 6 for Goodhue. Then Goodhue had 1 more turnover. When you look at the stat sheet, you wonder what. The official stat sheet says Goodhue has 28 rebounds. It said 29 up on the scoreboard. Albany with 30. But again, offensive rebounds on here, 11 for Albany and 7 for Goodhue. They survived. 76-74. The free throw line so important. As Minnehaha Academy is warming up in front of me, I'll have that game next on these airwaves as well. Let's take a look at our players of the game, courtesy of the Goodhue County ADA. Studies do show that consuming dairy products lowers your risk of type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Well, you cannot not have Luke Russian and Alex Lose on your players of the game, and I am going to add another one. Owen Russian had a monster second half. He had 9 second-half points. So they are my Goodhue County 88 Goodhue players of the game. And for Albany, he almost brought him, well, he did bring him all the way back. Jackson Austin finished the game with 5 triples, 3 of them in the second half. Braden Justin ended up with 3 triples in the game, 2 of them in the second half. He ended up with 12 second-half points. So they are our players of the game for the Albany Huskies in this one. I'll have some final thoughts.
Pine Island Lumber is the place to go for the latest in Trex composite decking. Trex Transcend Deckings uses 95% recycled plastic film and reclaimed sawdust and is backed by a 50-year limited residential fade and stain warranty. It's fade, stain, scratch, and mold resistant. Trex Transcend maintains its vibrant color and luxurious finish through scorching sun or red wine spill, thanks to its unyielding shell protection, not to mention its simple soap and water cleanup. You'll never have to step foot in the stain aisle again. Get the details at PineIslandLumber.com. Discover the finest jewelry collection in southern Minnesota, right in downtown Canyon at Taji Jewelry. With an extensive selection to suit every style and budget, you'll find everything from timeless watches and elegant jewelry to unique money clips and more. Personalize your gift with a custom engraving. Add a name, special message, or both to make it truly one of a kind. Because you don't want just any diamond, you want a Taji Jewelry diamond. More than 95% of dairy farms in the U.S. are family-owned and operated. Families like your local dairy farmers who love what they do. They take care of their cows like family and work hard to leave the land even better for the next generation. Today's dairy farmers use less land and water than ever before to produce a gallon of milk. All this to provide you with the cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and milk you love. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season.
Well, it'll be Minnehaha Academy or Pequot Lakes to face Goodhue tomorrow for the state championship in Class 2A. Big thank you to our super sponsors who made this possible. If you enjoy our broadcast, please thank them. They include Pine Island Lumber, who brought you our halftime report, Stearns Heating and Cooling out of Red Wing, by Hamilton Mering Auction of Kenyon. There are more than 3 reasons to give them a call the next time you have an auction, or maybe the first time you have an auction. Frankly, if you're selling your home, it's the way to go. Why put it on the market, sits there month after month maybe, and you can sell it immediately. You tell them what you will not sell it for, right? I'm not going to sell it for this price or that. You set the price to the auctioneers. They get that price. Obviously, they try to get more as the bidding goes, and it's just really the way to sell real estate because it's quick, it's simple, and easy. Also, the news record in Zumbrota. Pete and the gang do a super job of covering Goodhue. They cover Pine Island. They cover Zumbrota Mazeppa. They cover Kenyon Wanamingo. All of them used to be in the Hiawatha Valley League. Basis Spring Garden Insurance in Cannon Falls also jumped on board here, along with the Goodhue County corn and soybean growers and the Goodhue County SWCD bringing you our broadcast here today. And they'll be back with us tomorrow here at Williams Arena. Your final score for the final time from Williams Arena is 76-74. We're scheduled to go on the air in just a few minutes with the next game, so don't touch that.